The following podcast is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of EMX or EMP, but whether it does or not ain't none of your goddamn business.
I am Magneto. You are nothing.
Welcome to EMX episode 154. Consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/EMPcast for as little as $1 a month. You get our EMBS episodes the week we record them, and there's if you want to get some extra goodies, you can pay more for those. But helps support the show, helps pay for all the maintenance and everything to keep the show going. And
we do maintenance, I promise.
Yeah. And it's just a nice.
You gotta weed this lawn. Like if you don't weed this lawn, forget about it. All right.
Yeah. So many weeds.
Yeah.
Thatcher, how have you been?
Oh, the times that keep on churning along. I don't even remember the last time we recorded. Was it like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it feels like it hasn't been that long because I know we're running a little behind. But yeah, things sort of just continue apace. I today got an affiliate membership to the Horror Writers Association.
Ooh.
So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Very nice.
But it's work is work. It's chugging along. So, not once the heat kind of gets back down from a dangerous level, I think it'll be a much more pleasant time.
It's set to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal here. And where Bree's family is in Kansas, like near Kansas City, the other day the heat index was 125. 125 degrees in American. Like I barely know what it's Fahrenheit, right?
Yep.
We're Fahrenheit?
Yes. Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just us. We're just holding that line.
Yep.
Clearly, because people like me can't learn the metric system.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know if it's a thing yet, I remember learning recently within the last 2 years of like corn sweats. Apparently where I guess due to the heat and like the oil like and the humidity that comes off of the corn, all the corn in the cornfields, makes it feel like extra hot. like makes like the Midwest feel like Florida.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the active for a second.
Nope.
I said I thought you were talking about the active for a second.
Nope. Corn sweats.
As in David Corn sweats?
No, just regular
Just corn
corn on the
sweats.
cob. Yeah. What about you, Corn?
Nothing. Same old work. The kids have been in Jamaica with their grandpa for most of the month. Johnny just came back, and now Johnny came back Saturday. Nicholas coming back on Thursday. So we're rolling into August, and school's gonna be starting. So back to the
Dear
same old,
God.
same old. Yep.
Dang, summer's already over.
Summer's, yeah, just about.
Yeah. As for me, still working on this endless commission, but the light is at the end of the tunnel. I still got three more, three more Guns N' Roses Funko Pops to finish. And
Oh man,
yeah,
I think I must have missed that because I didn't realize you're working on Guns N' Roses Funko Pops.
yeah. This is
Oh boy,
yeah, like this is a hardcore fan because they I've had to make 13 of them, and you're like, how the hell are there 13 members of Guns N'
yeah.
Roses?
There's not. There's
Yeah.
not. I can tell you with reasonable Gen X certainty that there's not.
Yeah, but no, yeah, but I'm like, I like as in like pretty much almost every member that's not Slash, because apparently maybe Slash already has a decent Funko Pop already.
Yeah, I know I've seen a Slash Funko Pop out there.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain
There are
from Superfly
two
has it.
official Axl Rose ones, but he didn't want those. He
No.
wanted two specific ones, and then so
Did he
I
want
did
like
two-
young Axel and fat Axel?
No, Fat Axel.
Oh,
Just,
okay, because he's pretty fat now.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
Trust me, I've had to do some Google image searches.
Deep diving.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know way
wow.
more about Guns N' Roses than I ever wanted to.
okay,
but-
okay, all right. No, hold on. If that's the case,
Mhm.
where is Paradise City? I've been trying to find out for fucking decades.
You're supposed to look for where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
I don't think those two things exist together anymore. But
Climate change?
Yeah, exactly. Climate change, overcrowding, urbanization, gentrification. Anyway,
But yeah,
that's wild. That
Yeah.
is a wild.
I'm down to one drummer and two keyboardists. Yes, I'm doing the
Gee whiz.
keyboardist.
I'm
But
gonna have to go look up who all these other members of Guns N'
I can
Roses.
give you a list after the show.
Yeah, you're like I've got the Wikipedia page bookmarked.
Yeah. But yeah, this is almost done, and then I'm done with conventions, unless I get into Motor City. So I'm done for the year. And then
What is Motor City?
Motor City's in November. That's in Detroit.
Yes, the titular Motor City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a convention. Like I have no future convention plans right now, which is really annoying. But life.
Are you not in like writer's mode? No.
I mean, I kind of am. I'm more in. There's a lot of shit I need to finish before I start looking forward at other things. As a wise man once said, I have my finger in many sinister pies. So, there's just not, unfortunately, a lot of room in my schedule or funds in my wallet to do conventioning at the moment. Hopefully, I mean, it would be great if I could figure something out for this fall. And like Detroit is like a 2 or 3 hour drive away. So, I mean, if that's a thing, Viet's not even sure if he's gotten in yet. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm not going to pursue it. It'd be nice. I might look into it after the show. Will I do anything about it? Probably not. Because I'm more in that mode right now, honestly. Got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it weren't for just trying to keep my spot, my table, you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't go to the same show every year. but
Yeah.
Yeah, just usually it just works best to do that. And I've definitely scaled down the amount I go to every year.
Yeah.
For my own sanity.
Well, yeah, and also too, I mean, I've only bet, I haven't done a ton lately, but things are kind of in the shitter all around,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of wiggle room for folks. So you tell them,
The
Luke.
dogs agree.
It's a whole other room, and they still find a way.
Yeah. Dogs. Hey,
What's that, Spike? You need abolish ice?
I don't know if you guys have talked about this on the other shows, but how about that Marvel, huh?
Yeah.
It'll be very. I mean specifically
the EIC stuff.
Yeah, Steve Wacker taking over and the heartbreaking move of Marvel to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean,
as a New Yorker, as someone who considers themselves a New Yorker, that's rough. I don't know what it is, but it's just no, man, Marvel, New York City, superheroes. That's the way it's supposed to be. They could never get anybody going in Los Angeles, even in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
West Coast Avengers is always a third tier book, unfortunately. But I do feel like Steve Wacker could bring some good and new ideas and maybe lure some people back that have been away, probably for reasons. So who knows?
I definitely think so. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. I didn't realize CB was just the third longest EIC at Marvel. He did almost 10 years.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he gets to return to his homeland, so I'm sure it's a big arigato from him. But it is funny, and I was telling Bree about this when I read the article, because the article was talking with the article that I read, which I think was in Hollywood Reporter. They were pretty blunt. They were like, yeah, the comic book business end of Marvel has been lackluster, both sales and critical, in terms of, critical acclaim. And then they stopped. I don't remember exactly when this happened. Maybe but when they lost a top market share or top dollar share. And they're like, yeah, that happened. And so now Disney's doing this. And I'll tell you, that is 100%. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, but it is 100% what I said would happen way back in the day when Disney bought Marvel.
I don't know. I don't know if they're related. You really think they are?
I honestly believe, because so much of Marvel's business and editorial structure, especially in the last 10 years, has been just flooding the market with books. just what seems like disposable series after disposable series over and over and over again. I feel like I could write an essay about how this like new Midnight Suns imprint or whatever that they're doing for
Midnight.
like the new whatever, that is 100% taking the wrong lessons away from what they're trying to replicate from the Absolute universe. Just a complete 180 from what that, but it's just like, yeah, no, we got to capture those sales. And Marvel had always prided themselves on being the number one, and whether it's they do it by foisting ridiculous discount and incentive programs for variant covers at
Retailers.
Yeah, thank you. At the retailer level, like, I mean, I've talked to Tony about this over and over again for years. This is not a new thing, but it's just like it really feels like their publication, like their publishing arm has just been there to
keep their IPs.
Not even to keep their IPs, but just sort of like to keep things moving forward. Like, it's just like, we have to create more. Like, it feels sometimes like they might as well just be creating widgets instead of telling stories. And it's just like, okay, we need 15 X-Men books at this cover price, selling at this rate, for us to get X amount of dollar and single issue, position. And, even back in the day, we were like, yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like it either, man. It sucks. But like, even back in the day, we were like, this is Disney. All they care about is being number one and the best. And they will not do a damn thing to Marvel's publishing arm because they're number one. They're the best. But the second that changes, someone at Disney is going to go, wait, what? No. Get him over here. Get over here. What are you guys doing? What do you mean we're number two? Are you kidding me? We got the movie coming out. This is what you're going to do. So I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. Or I hope that ends up being a good thing. But yeah. End of rant.
Old men yell at cloud.
But at the same time, I don't have a lot of other people to discuss this with, guys.
No,
I can't.
exactly.
I can't stand there and have this lecture at Bree while she's just like, I paused Love Island for this. Really? Okay.
Yeah. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like, I'll go into her office and then she'll be like, I'm on a call right now. I can't. Anyway, comic books. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
It's funny because I was actually talking about doing something relating to this, and just having some discussion overall with the change in EIC and just the whole Marvel, the whole industry, the top two big companies as a whole. Because you're gonna blame Mark Waid for that. I think Mark Waid definitely put DC on top.
Oh yeah. I think it honestly feels like the difference. If I want to get into the inside baseball, my opinion of it is that 100%. Like just like whoever, like the people, like Bobby Chase at DC was like, is that who it is? Is it Bobby Chase? But whoever she is, they were like, yeah, this is like, you know what? Let's find some dudes that have good ideas and let them play. You know, like on their own, Marvel as it stands right now would not have come up with a, hey, let's make a really dark and twisted take on Spider-Man's origin and like make him like a super violent like superhero in a world that is just so depressingly somehow worse than our own world. Like no one would have allowed that. They were like, no, are you kidding me? You want Spider-Man to beat up the Klan? No, we can't do that. You know, like I honestly, like I just feel like that's where Marvel's operating right now, and DC has just been like, all right, you know what, guys, here you go. Here's a pad and paper. You want to do a big fighting tournament where they're punching Darkseid or Darkseid? Okay, I guess. But yeah, it's been all bangers over on that side of the street. Anyway, sorry, my colors are showing.
No, it's all good. Let's go ahead and start the episode. Welcome to EMX. I am Corwin, and with me is Viet.
Hello.
And Thatcher.
Cha-cha.
This will be 1 hour of uncut, uncensored, unscripted conversation about the X-Men books from June 2026. We will be spoiling these books, so, don't say you weren't warned. Get ready, buckle up, because we are starting right now. All right, Thatch, you're up first.
As of this episode, we'll be officially caught up.
Wow. Crazy. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. I'm very torn. I'm torn on what I want to start with, but let's do Uncanny first. No, that was smart. I had it at the credits page and then I just went away. Written by Gail Simone, art by Luciano Vecchio, colors by Matthew Wilson, letters by Clayton Cowles.
This is number 29.
Number 29. Thank you. I knew I would have forgotten something. So this is the end, my friends. Warden Ellis's crazy mind-powered brother controlling what was this guy's name again? Like Rictus? Scurvy. I knew it was something you don't want to get, especially on a boat. But yeah, controlling his dead body, and Monet finds herself not just facing him all on her lonesome, but facing all of the other Grey Malkin prison inmates like Sarah Gaunt, and is that Wild Child?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Wild Child, Blob, Siren. I was like 90% that was Wild Child. But yeah, so Monet, with her usual laissez-faire elitism, holds them off while she tries to call backup. Unfortunately, backup is rogue, and those guys are all fighting the weird New Mutant clones that are like super evil and probably kind of a little racist. I just get that vibe from them. Yeah. So like they're busy on that end. The kids, the Louisiana kids, are in their own little weird universe. But thanks to Mutina, of all people, they are like, hey, like they're realizing this isn't right either. And surprise, surprise, Perimeter. This guy has like 12 names. Because then at one point he's like, I'm going to, call me Warden. It's like, bro, pick a name. Seriously. Because also Perimeter sucks as a name, kind of. I don't get what that means when it comes to you. Like, what is it? Like, Well, anyway, that's for someone else to figure out. But yeah, Perimeter's like, shit, it's all falling apart. Monet calls her other backup, which turns out to be Quicksilver, who I forgot she was fucking, which, feels a little problematic on Quicksilver's end, but, he's lived a life. And Rogue, Gambit shows up with his new awesome wing powers and tells Rogue, they're just like fake people. They're not real people. You can totally just kill them. She's like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm super sure. She's like, all right. And she twists Cannonball's head around, no problem, as if she's been doing it her entire life.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You'd be like, no, what are you doing? I was joking.
It's like, oh my God, I was kidding. Like, what? Damn it. Now I got to go on the run. In the meantime, Jubilee defeats the rest of her, of the New Mutant wannabes in a manner in which I choose to believe was more like the beat down she put on dudes in the X-Men 97 cartoon while Volcano Girls was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Peak 90s. And I was there for every second. But yeah, basically like all the inmates are getting out. Everything kind of is falling apart at Greymalkin. Finally, Banshee shows up. Like, where the fuck have you been, dude? Like, are you serious? And you think that he blows up Warden Ellis's helicopter because she just is straight leaving and, moaning, why? Oh, I don't understand. They didn't know what I was trying to do. Oh my God, this fucking Laura Loomer anti-mutant piece of shit. But apparently she lives. But Rogue does finally show up. The kids come back, and Wolverine stabs the scurvy body right through its fucking face.
Yep.
And he's like, "What?" He was already a dead guy. And they're like, "All right, you're right." But apparently, Warden Perimeter X, the third junior, is still in his cell down there. But now that Ellis is off the board, Greymalkin is no longer a prison. Or is it? Good stuff. And let me tell you, this Luciano Vecchio kid, he's going places.
Oh, yeah. I was a little torn on this issue. The dual storytelling, the dual arcs going at the same time, I think took a little bit away from this whole freeing of the prisoners in Greymalkin, whatever. Prison. The kids and stuff going, I think they probably should have kept these two storylines separate, and it probably would have made the prison break feel more important than it really was.
Yeah, the pacing of the storyline has been a little off.
It feels like it could have been like there could have been another issue in here. I don't necessarily know how. Maybe if you had like had one of the issues be like what was going on in the real world, and then one of the issues be what was happening to the outcasts, and then maybe it wouldn't have felt so kind of jarring. I don't know. And it was also kind of, I mean, and again, I feel a little fuzzy about, it's like, okay, so he didn't get power to his cell and he can do all that stuff from inside his cell. What's going on? I don't know. I guess I couldn't figure, did he send them to another reality? Did he just create another reality? Did he just create stuff? I guess I'm not super clear on how this dude's power set works.
I think he just possessed the body. That was like, since he's one of the avians as well, just like
Now,
supposedly Xavier and Scurvy were.
yeah, whatever the fuck that means. Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, it just it kind of felt like something where I was just like, all right, I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Um, I will say that the page right before the credits, I would have lettered differently, and it immediately stood out to me, and I was like, who lettered this? And then I saw that it was Clayton Cowles, and I was like, all right, snark retracted, because he's doing, because you know what I mean, like he's been doing, like he's a guy, like he is a guy, but when I look at that page,
Which page are you talking again?
it's the story page right before the credit page where it's got Scurvy's head in the center. See, the
Oh,
problem is what he's saying in that top panel is all the way over on the right. So the first thing your eye is reading is the "I used to torture animals" Monet.
right.
So
Yeah,
what I would have done was
on the left.
flip it to the left, take that Scurvy dialogue, maybe kind of like hook
Make it
that up a
flow.
little bit more, kind of like where it must have slipped my mind, like maybe start it there and like kind of arc it between his jaw and like Sarah Gaunt's hand and that foot, and then swing it down for the rest. Although I would have put or mutants, I'm sorry, to the left, and then switched. Did you mention power and Sarah Gaunt's shit over that way? Not to nitpick.
No, it would have helped it flow better for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, you have Cannonball there, and he's lasting, and he didn't talk about being nigh and well
No.
over.
I know. Well, that's how you knew he was a fake. Like they should have been like, dude, you're not bragging about how no one can hurt you while you're doing the one goddamn thing that your power does. And also,
Or at
guess
least like Rogue mocking him
Yeah.
about it.
But it is interesting that Monet knows them, the brother, as well as the warden from before. I wish they would have colored her a little darker too, Monet. It's kind of whitewashing her a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, I can see that. She's almost the same color as like um the one where she's fighting back to back with Rogue. There's
Yeah,
a
she's a
dude who's got
tad.
like a
Oh, I forgot his name, but yeah, he would make little. He'd eat any of your DNA, and he'd make a little voodoo doll of you that controls you. I forgot his
yeah,
name.
yeah, the guy with the little like chest sucker thing. She looks almost as tan as that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
But yeah, no, you're not wrong. But I think other than that choice, the art looks phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
the way, and I think Wilson's colors really work. Like the way that he's blended all that stuff and kind of given it like a softer look to it is something that really helps this dude's art.
Yeah. Vecchio does a good job at least of making her facial features not look white, at least.
Yeah, he has I mean, and I think that's he absolutely 100% does not fall for same face like so many artists do, where it's like, yeah, the only real difference is like their hairstyle.
So,
yeah.
Lestrade, that's a. Is that another? That's a
That's a
cult.
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's another. Yeah, it's Lestrade was the Scotland Yard dude that hung out that like Sherlock worked with.
Okay.
So it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. I don't know. I mean, I can imagine Quicksilver being like, "I'm not going to be Watson." And they're like, "No, but it's Sherlock." I'm not. He's the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. Come up with something better. and they settled on that one. But yeah, it is kind of an odd. He could have. He also could have been Jesus, Mycroft, which is his brother.
The smarter one.
Mike. Yes, but is too lazy to solve crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that that's his canonical origin, or like that's just his deal. He's just like, who has the time? You know.
All right, let's move on. We spent almost 15 minutes on this book, but yes, enjoying it for sure. Actually, do we have 2 issues of this? We're gonna jump to 30.
We do. We can. I mean, this is one of the rare
good.
instances where the 2 issues don't lead into each other. So if we wanted to circle back to this one, we can, but I have no problem talking about it because it is equally as weird.
Go for it.
All right. So Uncanny X-Men 30. Unfortunately, we don't get 2 Vecchios in a row, but still written by Gail. Yeah, Roger Antonio. And once again, colored by Matt Wilson, with letters by Clayton Cowles. So yeah, this is a whole new thing that starts with some sort of whack-ass Louisiana alien abduction. We'll see how that turns out. We get a lot of school and dating drama from the Outcasts, or
I think they're the Outliers.
Outliers. I was like, that's not right. Hold on. What is it? Outliers. All of which involving a school dance. Hilariously, Ransom gets invited, and Death Dream's like, he has a girlfriend, though, but she's in Alaska and lives in a robot factory.
Yeah.
And the fact that the other was like, God damn, you didn't have to lie to me about a fake Alaska girlfriend, you piece of shit. Gambit beats up a racist pawn shop guy. Nightcrawler and his new girlfriend have a beautiful picnic. Although I do want to kind of drill down on this a little bit, because like we all know Nightcrawler, like he's like practically a literal saint. Like he's a great dude. Okay. So I think he's obviously been very chill and reasonable in this relationship. He's always like, hey, you know, your kids are cool with me, right? You know, like, is that, and she's like, yeah, my kids love you. You know, the hamster loves you. That's great. And he was like, okay, so by the way, I just, you know, I haven't asked, but I guess I'm just a little bit curious about the kid's dad. And she immediately is like, let's not ruin this day by talking about that. Bro, that is a huge red flag. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? You know those are some supervillain kids. At least.
You think so?
I don't know. It could just be bigot kids, you know. It could be that, I don't know. There's so many different ways to go with this. I just thought it was so amusing that she was just like, no, let's not right now. And honestly, any reasonable grown adult should have been like, okay, no, that's a problem. We need to talk about this right now. I realize that we're having delicious cakes outside that are German and things that I miss, but that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna turn out to be a thing that we
German cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get attacked by an alien. Really kind of out of left field on that one.
Like you do.
Yeah, exactly. So surprisingly, Banshee has hung around Grey Malkin prison, where Monet and Quicksilver and them all are trying to figure out what they're going to do. And again, is it really going to stop being a prison? Because they're like, look, we're going to take the power stuff off you, but like some of you guys are legitimately in here, some of you aren't. We're going to need some time to figure this out, so nobody's going anywhere. And of course, Sarah Gaunt's like, what? Bitch, I'm leaving. And spoiler alert, she doesn't leave. Penance kicks the living shit out of her. It may well have still been a prison. It might as well have, the way she put like a schoolyard beat down on this chick, which is a little weird given how much of a challenge she was for the other X-Men. But
Well, you consider that also her penance form is, entropy to the point of like unbreakable.
yeah, that's true. She was like she got really big and scary.
Yeah.
But speaking of big and scary, at the dance, like if the X-Men are going to a dance, some shit's gonna go down. Ransom's hanging out outside, and that the Vig guy shows up at a high school dance, which, what the fuck? Like, do you not have a security guard? I get that this dude looks like a lizard, but this dude looks like a lizard and Wolverine's inside. You don't want to be like, hey, you want to take a look at this lizard guy in the sunglasses at night with the sharp teeth who's, propositioning a teenage boy. Which he is. He's like, hey, join my gang. I'm going to teach you to kick ass. And then they get attacked by the Brood. And then Monet finds out that they were trying to make more Wolverines because they'll never stop trying to make more Wolverines.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I didn't like that part. It's like,
It's a little basic. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I mean, doing stuff to mutants, like trying to make things, sure.
But
specifically Wolverines. It's like, what is this, Weapon 100? Like, what the fuck? It's like someone's going to be Weapon M or whichever one is like 1,000 at some point.
Well, you keep reading X20 Generation X23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because again, they're doing more Wolverines there too, aren't they?
Mm.
These motherfuckers are everywhere.
I see that you're wearing shoes. That's good.
Yeah. Which could have been a touchy subject since she was in a wheelchair. But
Yeah, like I don't know. Deathstream's like just awkward interactions are always my favorite.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I know how to dance. Psylocke taught me. She makes knives. All right, but no, solid book. I mean, I like this book.
Hi. Like, hello, sir. Is your daughter alive?
I like this book. I think for the main Uncanny title, I think they not take too many risks, but it's a little bit off the beaten path for like the flagship book, I guess. I don't know. I like it in some ways, and in some ways, it's like I get they're trying to be experimental, but
it really feels like they're trying to capture the Claremont vibe, where it's like, let's put a group of X-Men, some of them new, into a kind of different, not typical place, and then we'll just have things show up and try to kill them. I mean, it's very Claremont, it's very 80s. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, it is kind of traditional X-Men, but still.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of other books to talk about. So let me jump on. Well, actually, it's not as big as list as I thought.
There
were still 17 books.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like,
yeah,
X-Men in the Outback. Speaking of Claremont in the 80s.
So we got Saladin Ahmed on writing, Mario Santoro on art, Federico Blee on colors, and Travis Lanham on letters. And we've got Bishop kind of doing his cop thing around. Where are they? New York here?
Yes,
Brooklyn.
Number one.
Yeah, Sheepshead Bay is in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so he's in Brooklyn kind of doing his cop thing, taking down smugglers and stuff. but we do get little flashback to his history slash our future, and we get to learn more about him and his sister, who definitely loved her when she was with X Factor and some other stuff. And he's kind of feeling down, and who comes to cheer him up a little bit is Storm, looking gorgeous as ever.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
I literally just turned to the page where Storm showed up.
But he's also working on building, repair. Is he building a house? I forget exactly what he's repairing. He's building up a place. He's repairing a place that was, I guess, torn down or damaged. So it's keeping his hands busy. When suddenly, out of nowhere, he's attacked by pyro avalanche wannabe flamequake, and we come to find out that she is from the future, Bishop's future, and she is the descendant of pyro and avalanche, and she kind of has a combination of their powers.
But the two of them are, you know what? I'm not gonna.
This is 80 years down the line, so
live your lives, pyro and avalanche.
They're kids lives together, obviously.
No, you know what? No judgment. Whatever those two guys want to do, good for them.
But Bishop's dealing with that when out of a portal steps Shard, his sister. So
what?
Haven't seen her since the last Bishop miniseries where they were stuck in the future and he had to convert her into energy to stop Fitzroy. So surprised she didn't come back during the whole Krakoan age or Malcolm and Randall. So I'm hoping
we get a Malcolm and Randall.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Randall, that's a deep cut, dude. Yeah. You'd think he would have been all up on that. He forgot about his dudes.
He actually did not, because there was a story arc where he was saying the world needs to be better in order to bring them back or something like that. So he was working on it. He did talk about it. He did mention it, and I was expecting it, and we never got it. There's a few breadcrumbs from the Krone era that we never got, like where did they get the medicines from? Because that was kind of a big mystery that Beast brought up. We never learned that. So there's a few things from back then I wish they would shed some light on. But solid. The writer, I think he's a little off and on with me. I can't even tell you off the top of my head what he's written before, but he's been bouncing around Marvel doing a lot of different series, and
he's doing Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
He's been the Wolverine guy.
There you go. Definitely bouncing with some back and forth on the quality of that book as well. So, but the art is pretty solid. I'm liking it. I'm flipping through, trying to see. He got a little bit of a Caselli vibe to his art, but very solid stuff. I'm liking this, and I'm hoping it goes in a good direction, and we get some lasting. We get some characters back. We get Shard or Malcolm Randall, or
Is this an ongoing or a mini?
5-issue mini.
Okay.
I will say, not even halfway through this, I was like, "Oh, Shard's coming back. Cool." Because it just had that, it just sort of like it had those marks. So, in that regard, I was a little like, "All right, okay, let's see. This is the story we're telling. Okay, let's see how this goes." So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, even if they bring her back and she has no memory of the time she spent here, because of course she was a hologram, whatever, back then, I think she would be a nice dynamic. And at least having more black characters in the X-Men universe can't hurt.
There's, there's that as well. I like how in the beginning of the issue, Bishop's like, yeah, and I was like walking around, I'm not paying attention. I don't have my gun on me, but people get kind of nervous when I'm carrying my plasma rifle, and I'm like, dude, we know why they're nervous, because you're walking around with a plasma rifle, okay? I get it. Like it's not cool, but the people are They're a little too sensitive. Officer, there's a big black guy with a giant laser rifle strolling around my neighborhood.
And it's not even
No,
Comic-Con season.
you're like, no, he's just drinking a Starbucks, but I'm scared for my fucking life.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a guy with like Frankenstein tattoos on his head, walking around with a blaster, and that's fine. That's fine, like he's a lone wolf. All right.
What you got?
My turn. Let's go with let's go with the main titles. We'll stick with the main titles and go with X-Men 31.
Mm-hmm. And 32.
Written by Jen McKay, pencils by Tony Daniel, inks by Mark Morales, and colors by Fer Cifuentes Suho, and letters by Clayton Cowles. This is a science excursion with led by Beast. Led by Beast, Magneto, Kid Omega, Zorn, Animalia, and Ben Liu. And this is where they just see a bunch of land masses like kind of floating around, and they're off the. I guess they're on the Canadian border, and they're trying to figure everything out, and it turns out it's Schwarzschild that's doing that, and unconscious, of from the 3K group that got his ass beat down last time we saw him.
They stomped that mofo out.
Yeah. And and then things get complicated when Department H shows up, like they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not very good people, these Department H people. But yeah, they show up, and things are more complicated.
One, and Amelia changing into a cat form, I think really did it for Beast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like 70s Hank is so sweet and so pure. He probably hadn't even considered that, but he was probably distracted for the rest of that mission. It's in the back of his mind, like, man, any animal.
And the colorist.
Any animal.
And the colorist with Beast on Beast with the blues in his fur and the shading and the highlights, gorgeous. I was like, wow, I really kudos to the colorist. And even like Quentin's hair, like there's no black outlines. They use the colors that they're using to outline things, which I think is a really nice effect on some.
I'm kind of glad they don't do the weird like guyliner thing, like shading in Beast anymore, or at least in this one.
Oh, around his eyes, you mean?
The
heavy dark lines.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's still solid X-Men stuff happening.
I agree. You want to jump to the next issue?
Yeah. Beast is just like, it's like, I was a cat once. We'll move on to we actually got, usually it's one or the other. It's usually 2 issues of Uncanny or 2 issues of X-Men, but now we got 2 issues of both titles this month.
Wow, what a world.
It's summertime.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Double shipping.
Yeah. Looks like the same creative team. So this is the part 2. Where of course I keep wanting to say Preparation H, but that's not what this is. Department H, of course, don't want to listen to the X-Men because that would be smart. And so Beast has a plan, and his plan is to drug up Magneto.
Give Magneto drugs.
Yeah. Give Magneto drugs, and he's fending off Department H. Meanwhile, Quentin Quire and Ben Liu are trying to get in Schwarzschild's head. And then Beast, Zorn, and Animalia are off to rescue the ship that went down. You know, because X-Men have to save people even if they're hateful bigots.
Yeah, and Schwarzschild's powers is just completely messing up gravity around them. So
Yeah, and it ends with Quentin Quire finally getting to his Schwarzschild's mind, and you just see a brain with a bunch of clocks and bombs attached to it.
it's booby trap.
Yeah.
I've got to say, this might be the most that I've ever liked Tony Daniels' art. And I don't know if it's because I get what you're saying about the colors. Because he it's not just a cool name. He's a good letterer. He's a good colorist too.
Yeah.
And maybe it's him and Mark Morales teaming. I'm not familiar enough with Tony Daniels' history to know who usually inks him or if he does his own inks. But this is a good look for him. This looks really good. I feel like there's a little too much. I can't really think of the storytelling term for it, but like when they're having the argument with the guy, when they're trying to convince him to let them help you, like that always seems to go on for way too long. It's like, no, we're here to help. No, you're not. I swear to you, we are. No, you're not. No, really, we are. Guys, you're not here to help me. And then something happens. There's like, okay, you can help me. Like, I get it, but at the same time, you're in a downed helicopter that could explode with gravity going wild around you. Like,
right.
How much of an asshole do you want to be about this?
Yeah, but
I will say though,
it sort of boils down to like how you're just like, why do mutants get like get all the hate? Like when there's like Captain America and Hulk, and that's fine.
There's a guy made of rocks that wanders around Brooklyn, and nobody bats a fucking eye.
Yeah, But then, bigotry isn't logical.
No, yeah, and
that's why.
I'll say this much for this dude who sort of was like representing Department H here in this standoff. That when they're like, even he's like, all right, fine. Like, if you got healers, you can help. And Amalia's like, oh, don't be like, hey, we've got a Zorn. Like, don't be weird. He just keeps his head in this metal, face cage mask because of the black hole in his head. And then the dude turns around to his men, and like a good leader, he's like, hey, we got people coming in to heal us. All right, to take care of you guys. But here's the thing. He's got a big metal head, but I don't want to fucking hear anything about it. All right. I don't want to hear, why does he have a metal head? How does he eat his food? We don't have time for any of that. So just zip it, get healed, and get the fuck out of this downed helicopter. Please and thank you. That's leadership.
And it's like Animalia, just like, hey, it's okay. I'm a white woman.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, oh, thank God. I mean, if she wasn't a white woman, like let's say she was, I don't know, Bishop, it would have entirely been the possibility of reality that she changes from cat form to Bishop. And he's like, Jesus Christ. But we'll never know.
Yeah.
Because Schwarzschild was an X-Men in the future.
Yes.
So
that's why he got his ass beat.
Yeah. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Got kicked off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Running out of time.
Is it back to me?
Yep.
All right. Um, you know what? It's not a podcast if you don't talk about Storm.
Yeah, we need to last issue.
Yeah, it is. It's the last issue.
Yes.
No, hold on,
Yep.
hold on.
You didn't think the
Scroll
ending told you everything you needed to know?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Completely
Anyway,
dropped the ball.
that's insane. Anyway, I just went zipping past the credits page. Written by Maria Iodele, art by Frederica Mancine, colors by Yava Tartaglia, and letters by Travis Lanham. It really kind of ruined the flow of that one. Travis. So to sum up this book is all about summing up what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of sort of understand it now.
Yeah.
The fact that it's the last issue, I feel like is like all we almost need to say about this book and like the roller coaster these two titles have taken us on. Because it's not bad. Like if it was bad, that'd be one thing. I just wouldn't care. But he's got these just wild ideas in this, and they're great ideas, but they just, yeah. It is
There's so much.
Yeah, and there's so much for me to keep like that I have. Because it really does feel like it's because the issue is just basically like her and Eternity being like, hey, if you didn't have me, you wouldn't have had all of these things, or to be able to get through these things. Let's list these things. And then she's like, well, no, you made those things worse. Let me list those things and tell you how they made worse. And then she comes out of her like Eternity thing, I guess, because like she was there before, right? Like before she went into this, because I don't remember, because like then she just reappears in like this, because this is that city where she like they made her see something and she went crazy storming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I just saw the coconut oil and H2O. That's it's not just entertaining, it's also educational to white people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's just like so much like jumping around in like time and points of view and stuff that it just,
even the underground hell story was just like, okay, where are they going with this?
yeah. I will say props for, when was that Ruby thing mentioned? Extreme X-Men number 10 of the year of our Lord 2001.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deep fucking cut, bro. So good on you for that. Like obviously like he knows his shit. And I do like that we saw a lot of characters that we don't normally see. But
I was hoping there would be a letters page or something from the writer, but I don't know. They might be bitter.
And probably to save space too. God knows he packed as much as he could into this issue.
Yeah, right?
He really did. And if like if it's going to end on just get out of my house, which is now in France, which is a thing I forgot that happened because so much happens. Like I guess we can just be like, yeah, and Storm kicked their asses, the end.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that still feels up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I get my understanding is that Storm and someone else are going to be making like new Avengers or X-Men Avengers at some point
Oh,
in the near future.
Yeah, during Armageddon, she's putting together a team. Well, the Maximum X-Men or something. It has a horrible name, but
Maybe Avenging? Are they bringing back Avenging X-Men?
no, it's really
Yeah.
like I'll look it up. It's like Maximum X-Men. It's a horrible name.
Yeah.
But man, these summation, the summary pages in these past 5 issues were so clutch
They
to
really
making
were.
sense of all of everything.
They
Like
would have
everything is, whenever they had these, I'm like, oh, that's what those were.
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of that was kind of like the whole issue for me. It was like it was almost like it was sitting there. Now, granted, my memory's not what it used to be. I go through stuff very quickly now. I got
Right.
ADHD out the yin yang. So a lot of times I've got to read something a couple of times for it to really stick with me.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just feel like I've read the Cliff Notes version of this dude's entire run, and I get it, even though I have, for the most part, probably 95% have, read all these issues. And I remember these events happening, but being like, oh, okay, I kind of understand the why of it. Like that's where I think the disconnect was.
Yeah.
Because
reading it month to month with a stack of books, right? Like I think that was the problem.
yeah, and unfortunately that's like I think if you're writing any mainstream character that doesn't traditionally have an ongoing, not to mention as a woman of color, not to mention as a woman, that's a lot of things to kind of stack against you in the marketplace.
Yep.
In my opinion, I feel like that this is something, because when this book started, I think we were all like super excited about it, and we were like, I remember us being like, oh, okay, like they're really giving us a cosmic standalone powerful Storm, and that's awesome. And it was awesome, and she was awesome, but then it's just like, wait, what happened? Why is Gore the God Butcher here? Why is there a guy in the spacesuit reading the issue that we're reading? Like,
her mom.
oh, right. Yeah, exactly. And like her mom, and then her kid from the future from another dimension. It's like, wait, like what? Whole bruv, wait, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah. And the US government made Galacta.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Right
what?
from Marvel Rivals, but
Yep.
I wish. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, and the U.S. government storyline, that could have been the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that could have been the story. Like you could have done like an arc of the cosmic stuff, and then been like, oh, you want to know what's really scary? The U.S. government, and a lot harder to deal with. But it just feels like it all just got like packed together because they were trying to, they're trying to put too much in the same bag.
I mean, I feel like he didn't have a choice. I just wish they would have given this book some time to breathe. Yes. And now I really have to wonder if going in from the beginning, when they revolumed to a new number one, I wonder if he knew that he had 5 issues then and then try to do the best he could to fit everything he wanted to do into these 5 issues. Because before this series, I think he was doing great with the previous series. Yes, it was dense, but it felt like things were at a much slower pace compared to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it gets into a lot of inside baseball stuff that we're probably not privy to, or that we're definitely not privy to, and that we haven't experienced, that, accounted for a lot of the other things, like a lot of this sort of like abrupt direction changes and things like that. Like it seems like they were trying to do something, but to fix it, to like right the ship or whatever, but you know, I don't think it really happened. Or like they got in his way too much. Or they didn't get in his way enough, frankly.
I feel like they pulled
I
it out
don't.
from under him. I think because it was going well enough before,
Yeah.
and then to me it just turned a corner, and started going down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you throw in the like the big event and like the Age of Revelation stuff. Like didn't help with the pacing and stuff.
Yeah. Anytime that they've got to like take a break for some sort of thing, um, it's it's not gonna work well. Which again, like I feel like that's a thing that editorial could step in and go, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. Let this guy tell his Storm story. Or help this guy tell his Storm story better.
And meanwhile, throughout all of this, she's found some time to go visit her boy Bishop.
Yeah.
To be like, hey man, don't be so down.
God bless her. Yeah, she shows up for a friend with a smile and a nice dress, even after doing all of this.
While
For an
trying to save the
ex-boyfriend.
universe.
Yeah, and for an ex-boyfriend too. Wow.
They never dated.
They didn't? No, they I mean, look, there was I don't know how far along it went, but there was definitely the issue like 5 or 6 issues after they introduced Bishop where he was making out with Storm on the cover.
He was not. That's Forge.
Mm,
I'm telling you, he did not.
I know. There's no way that you're wrong. I'm like, how? How did I get that wrong?
They teased a
Anyway.
little something when she was going through her heartbreak with Forge, but
I know what it is. I know where I got mixed up. It was the racism. It was going, oh, 2 black characters must have dated at some point, right?
10-minute warning.
All right, are we just gonna speed run
Yeah, we can.
through all these?
Yeah. Who's next? Me. Uh, Cyclops number 5. Continue to be the same old good stuff. We did have crap. Who was the listener that wrote in?
Yeah, from Discord mentioned that like it was we were talking about like, wait, is this adamantine? And they let's see.
They mentioned it was the Uru metal because now that Thor has been, the Asgardian's been erased from everybody's memory. They didn't know what the metal was.
Right.
Wait, what?
Yes, so in Mighty Thor, or Mortal Thor, Thor has never existed. He's been erased from everybody's memory, and most things Asgardian has been erased from everybody's memory. So, like, nobody really knows what the Uru metal is, or Thor. They remember Beta Ray Bill doing all the things Thor did, but of course, they kind of play out Beta Ray as an alien, which I haven't quite caught up with Thor, so I may be wrong about that. But yeah, Asgardians are now myth in the Marvel universe until whatever happens in that Thor series.
Huh. Okay.
But
yeah,
good
just
luck. All that.
Yeah, Cyclops being awesome. Being awesome and being a good leader. And he gets to do his walk away. like yeah.
And I love the ending, especially where he's like, what did he say? Hold on, let me get to it. He basically says, I'll be an X-Men so you don't have to, so the kids can still just be kids. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Generation
This is a solid mini.
X-23. How we feel?
Yeah. I thought this was a pretty good ending. Surprisingly. It came off as like unnecessary. Like, all right, more more clones, right? But I don't know. I started to care about these kids, about these new characters,
Mm.
and like yeah, like the just the the X Infinite wasn't really that much of a surprise, but what's her name? Whatever number, the bird girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her coming in to save him was a surprise. I wasn't expecting
Mm.
that.
Yeah. Let's hope his dumb ass appreciates it.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'd be actually surprised if they continue. Uh, like if if all these characters have any staying power, like after this series.
Well, this series is going to at least issue 10. Hopefully, maybe it'll go past that because I'm just here for Gabby and Jonathan.
Yeah,
I don't.
for
The
sure.
kids are all right, but
Yeah, like it's a little odd that this gets 10, but like Storm didn't. But I don't know. It's odd.
as Alex would say, more Wolverine. We need more
Yeah.
Wolverine.
More Wolverine. All right. Let's see. Inglorious X-Force 6. What y'all think?
Step up from Blood Angel. Um, I
Yeah.
do love.
I like this better than the previous issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's in that wave again, going up and down issue to issue, but still.
I still don't get what like this alien this like this alien cable. I it didn't move that part of the plot forward
Well,
where I'm just
it's
like
unrecognizable. I don't recognize
yeah.
who he's supposed to be either. So, I mean, if they said it was
Yeah.
Strife or something, be like, okay, yes, we recognize it, we know that, but
Yeah, like what's his deal? Because it just kind of went back to normal after that reveal, and it's just like okay,
well, we know he's in there.
yeah. And meanwhile, Domino is just kind of off trying to like she doesn't know who she is or something.
Yes, yeah, he wiped her memory. He messed up her memory.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's struggling.
yeah. All right, Magic and Colossus number 5. I enjoyed this series
Very much.
Yeah. This was a fun ending. It's a little weird that they just kind of left the guy. They just went home.
Wait,
Instead of like I don't know, like putting him away somewhere.
well, he did nothing with the sister. The sister now has him, so
Yeah, but the sisters turns out like he's like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna take over.
I do like that the whole theme of this whole thing is just being acceptance and accepting magic for
Yeah,
the dark child as well as the light side. So that was good that they
yeah,
came to terms.
yeah, and Colossus coming to terms with all the bullshit he had to deal with in the Krakoan
The
age.
guilt, yeah.
Yeah, good interactions.
This is how miniseries should be done.
Yeah,
I mean, even Moonstar, I'm enjoying as well. Very different flavor compared to everything else, and I love the artist on this book. Unique style. Um, manga.
I didn't get to this one.
Yeah, it's still solid.
Me neither.
So
But all right, let's see. Wolverine 21.
okay, so
Yeah.
hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on, because I think I did read the next.
Going on vacation. But it's not adamantine.
Yeah.
So,
So yay.
already a step up. And I don't know why, maybe just because of the ties to She-Hulk, but anytime I see Absorbing Man and Titania, it's always a treat for me.
It is always amusing when the wheel of random villains for jobbing to heroes lands on the two of them because they usually do a good time. Usually.
Okay. So yeah. Now, Wolverine losing his healing factor is just a damn trope we are completely super tired of.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to say that they put a twist on it here where there's technology that is dampening and doing something more to him that's making him lose his power. So I thought that was a nice touch. And I wasn't really looking forward to this. So hopefully they'll make this entertaining and different enough and not drag it on forever. That yeah, his healing factor is slowing down and whatever it is.
One thing that Salad and Ahmed has been good about is like serving you a common trope with Wolverine, and then like giving you a curveball. Actually,
Yeah.
like the whole like thing with his mom, and then like no, that was Mastermind. Yeah, so
Fucking
hopefully it's the same thing.
Mastermind.
Or even this, where Taskmaster is stealing his healing factor. Like, oh, okay, that's different. Let's see where this leads.
I almost wanted that issue to end with like Wolverine laying on the ground going, "Oh, come on, you gave it to Taskmaster? What the hell? Haven't I suffered enough?"
And then the continuing disappointing X-Men United, where, well, I think this issue is kind of a step up compared to the other three, but the art style is just, this is not the artist you put on a flagship X-Men book. The big three, especially when you have Caselli on the covers. Is that Caselli?
Yeah, I didn't get to this.
Yeah,
one.
when you have Caselli on the cover, it's kind of cool because Iceman's trying to bring the team together through like a D&D role playing game, and he uses Ben Liu's powers to kind of play with reality. But of course, it all goes sour. But the art kind of just hurts the book more than anything else.
One thing like like we were complaining about like editorial and marketing and stuff like that. It would have been really good of Disney and Disney Plus to like X-Men 97 is very popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super popular, everyone's watching it, and they don't mention the X-Men 97 comic book at all.
True.
Like at all. Like why? And then like it actually I know we're out of time, but like the issue actually fills in some gaps that like that would be useful for the episodes.
Yeah, I will eventually get around to reading it. It's just too many things already on my plate, and I probably wait for it to be done.
Yeah, I mean, but it's I don't know why. Like, I was actually surprised watching Daredevil. Was it Born Again?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like the opening, they're just like there's a QR code. We're just like, hey, like read some Daredevil books, and I was like, oh, okay, like good on you, Marvel, like good on you, Disney. And then yeah, they should have did that with this, but they didn't.
It's so rare. It's so funny. Like the going back into older retailer mode, we had been saying that to them since like fucking X-Men 1. Bryan Singer X-Men 1, fucking Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1, They were like, "Hey, can you advertise that comic books still exist? Can you act like you're not embarrassed by the source material for these million, soon to be billion-dollar entertainment thingies.
I remember. God, yeah, I remember on the Superfly podcast that
Probably.
you were on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where Tony literally had an argument with the lady saying that they don't make comics anymore when he's literally in a comic book shop.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she may have bought some comics too, but was still like, these were not made recently. And
Yeah.
it was a level of just complete disconnect from what someone was saying, the likes of which I don't think I've seen since.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
I mean,
wild.
and yeah, like that's the thing. Like even now, you know, like they don't, yeah, they sort of do stuff, but what are you gonna know?
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess next month, next month we're gonna
We've got the
cover the books of July.
Yeah, I
We
am.
need to update the notes.
We're
And,
not.
I guess we'll sum up X-Men of the Apocalypse because the Omega issue will be
And hopefully,
out.
hopefully,
Or is it coming out? Has it already come out?
no, it has not come out, but hopefully
Okay.
it'll go somewhere, because honestly, I just didn't even want to cover it because nothing of importance has happened in the 4 or 5 issues that we've friggin' already had, and it's kind of frustrating.
Right.
Yeah, it's never a good time.
Everything they've done so far, they could have done in a one shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the problem we have with, you know, that Thatcher was touching on earlier. Problem that we're having with Marvel right now. So,
Yep.
anyway,
All right, Thatcher, plug your wares.
Oh, I don't have much to plug because my website is still down, and it makes me so angry that if I think about it, I start to shake, and then I think about how much time it's going to take to fix this whole thing, and I get really mad. But you can find me on Instagram and the Blue Sky at Demon Weasel. I'm on my own Discord more. I'm trying to be on other people's Discords more, including the EMP Discord. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
All right. Yeah, I'm at Comedian Viet on all the social medias. Usually Blue Sky and Twitch. I still stream 3 times a week, working on toys. We're up to. I have 52 Marvel United minis left.
wow.
Ironic.
Yeah, and we're getting there slowly, slowly but surely. And I gotta get these Guns N' Roses Funko Pops done. So that's what I'll be working on.
All right.
Yeah, Corbin.
Listeners can find me on Blue Sky at EMPcast, where, you know, I post the shows and stuff like that. Head to our website, earthsmightiestpodcast.com, where you can find a link to the said Discord server where all the action goes down. And with that, we are out.
Yeah, we hope you survive the experience.
Bye.
Oh, I completely
Bye-bye.
forgot the minimum of X. I don't think it was put in the notes, but we will definitely say the X-Men series as well as the Magik and Colossus.
All right.
Must read stuff there.
Okie doke.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.